Welcome, viewers, to the first episode of whatever this is called. Why don't we just go around and we'll say our names, because this is obviously the first episode. We'll go clockwise around the table, starting with me. I'm Xander.
Hi, I'm Sam.
Yeah.
And I will be playing Yolan. He is a Fahnril, which is, in universe, is basically a human.
I'm Wade. I'm playing Upanor. He's a cash arm, which in the universe would be a gnome. I'm playing an artificer.
Oh, artificer. Yeah, what are you playing?
I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Wyatt. I'm playing a Leiludum by the name of Fisvinin. He is Leiludum are elves, and he's a wizard.
I'm Will. I'm playing Nibdrum, and I am a Rulion Veneer, which is, for your purposes, a dwarf. And I'm a cleric.
Oh, he's a cleric. Oh, you're a cleric.
I'll be healing your boo-boos.
So word is spread throughout Umbalin at this point, just kind of bits and bobs and little drivels, that something has happened down in the capital of Rejlaz Rhekolb, the capital of the Fahnril kingdom, which is, of course, where you are from. That's way down here on the map. You can't see it. It's a little too low, but it is very far south. And it's nothing good is coming out of it. Apparently a lot of death, a lot of mayhem, but the details are sparse. So all of you have started making your way there for various reasons, but you all are approaching. The three of you have all arrived together via a fleet of commandeered ships by a garrison of Fahnril guards, responding to a call from the Fahnril king to the main capital. And you exit your ships, look up and see the cliffs and stone keep of Rejlaz Rhekolb in a state of absolute ruin. The trees nearby have all been stripped of their leaves and even of their bark. They look like bones sticking out of the ground. And in the air, sights that would boggle the mind of even the most experienced person in the magical world. There's debris hanging in place, static and totally frozen. There's bricks just rotating in the middle of the air as though that they're held on some sort of string from an unseen armature. And the gates of the city themselves have been torn off of their hinges and stand partially submerged into the ground. And there is quite a hubbub outside the gates as you approach, with guards standing and blocking anybody from entering. And in fact, there's a commotion coming from a Rulion Veneer standing off at the side who's demanding to be allowed to enter the city itself. Yeah, that's you. That's you, as a matter of fact. Yeah. That you have a commission from the eldership to enter the city and conduct an investigation. So, what do y'all want to do?
I'm just curious, for overall feel, does it feel like the military is there as like police investigation, crime scene kind of feel, or?
So it's been a few weeks since this incident has occurred, which makes kind of the view of everything all the more jarring, that it kind of looks like nothing has been done. It's more of a police presence than anything else. There's not active fighting going on. Really, all you see are just a smattering of soldiers, much less than you would expect at the capital city in some sort of emergency incident.
Do we smell anything? Like, is it like sooty? Is it like,
No, you don't. There's nothing. It's mostly a visual phenomenon that's going on right now. There's not any sort of odd smell. It's a coastal town, so you've got the salty sea breeze. It is a relatively pleasant day with a clear sky. But nothing strange in that regard as far as anything outside of the visual. No olfactory sensations that would pique your interest.
So we're saying that these three were together on the ship, but they're not necessarily like grouped together beforehand.
No.
I think we go with like you guys were like traveling on the boat together, and so you have like vague notions of each other, but you're not like a tight knit group.
Correct.
And I'm bickering with the guards, right? Trying to get
Yeah, you're trying to gain entrance to the city.
because I've been commissioned by the eldership to
Investigate.
investigate.
Are we close enough to hear that he's asking about like
I would
entering?
Yeah.
say yes.
So Rejlaz Rhekolb sits up on a bluff that overlooks the ocean, but you have crossed over that strait and there's some docks there. Well, there used to be docks there, but they're now gone. So you would have actually beached yourself on, not beached yourself, but, come into the land and had to walk up the hill. And that's where you saw those strange things on the exterior. But yes, at this point you'll be approaching enough to hear the commotion from this Rullion Veneer.
And
at
I've
the gate.
also been sent to investigate, right?
Yes, you've also been sent to investigate.
So I'd like to wade into the fray. I guess stand right alongside this unknown dwarf, or Rullion Veneer, right? I said that right?
Rullion Veneer. Yeah.
Rullion Veneer.
Rullion Veneer.
Can I bicker with the guard?
Oh, go for it. I would love it if
okay.
you figured with the guard. I'm in the back of fray.
No,
Why will you not let me in?
Sir, this is a closed city, obviously. There is a terrible tragedy, and I cannot abide another citizen.
I've been commissioned by the eldership of the Rullion Veneer.
I've heard you the third time, and even before that, to let you in. I have sent word up to the castle to see if we can allow any more visitors.
Can I do anything for you to let me in? Anything.
Can you do
Anything. Anything.
You can roll a persuasion check, I think is what you're driving at.
Oh, I was about to dive in the conversation.
Okay, you go ahead if you want to intercede.
Well, I was gonna walk up behind, kind of like wave my hand, like, if I may intercede here, how about letting in an ambassador from the Leiludum? Can we enter?
From the Leiludum.
Yes, I've been sent from the towers of Rundale. Of Rundale.
From the towers. Well,
I'm pulling a name card here.
yes, you are pulling. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Both?
I would love to.
You guys can both roll, or one of you
Please
can
do
roll
the
with
assistant.
I have a
advantage.
+3 charisma.
Who's got the higher charisma?
Who's got the higher ridge?
Wait, are we looking at charisma or persuasion?
Stop. It's
I have-
persuasion.
Oh, you're +5, so
Plus
you'll
five.
take advantage. I'm giving you an assist.
So you roll a d20 and add whatever your bonus is, right?
Yeah. Well, about that.
Nat 20 plus 5.
The first roll.
Yoo-hoo!
The very first roll's on that 20. That's crazy.
Yoo-hoo!
That goes well for the campaign.
Mr.
You know what?
Guard!
He actually looks back and sees that you're being accompanied by other military figures and says, "Well, if he's gonna vouch for you and you've got accompaniment, then that's fine, I suppose. Just watch yourself. It's not a pretty sight in there."
Okie dokie.
Before we enter the carnage, I would like to know, is this like a Tolkien sort of setting where like dwarves and elves have a bit of a tiff?
To be a general dwarf, which is like a human goal, you would be more antagonistic towards them because you do actually have a budding territory. But for the Rullion Veneer, there is special sorts of human goal that are much more.
You respect us more.
Yeah, you would certainly respect him, and if he's being commissioned by the eldership to be here, that holds a pretty big sway with you, because you know how that would function, and the eldership is like saying the president sent me.
Yeah,
It's kinda how it is.
We know people. They don't.
So they're getting in now.
Yeah, they're getting it.
May I follow them in? I arrived on this ship with them, but I'm looking for my Pajot and my Kaja. What's happened? What has happened?
We don't know what happened.
Oh, goodness.
Yes,
This is...
How many corpses?
to call them corpses would be putting it kindly. It's everyone. It's been literally everyone who was attending. Everyone in the city is.
The entire city's gone.
The entire city.
I slipped
Yeah.
into
This
the-
is
the
terrible.
ladder.
To say it's terrible also would be an understatement. The king lives on, and I think that that's probably the best thing that I can say right now.
Was the king not attending the party?
Oh, his son had not yet arrived, so
I see.
the prince has taken the throne.
Oh. Okay. Is there concerns for the life of the prince?
Oh no, he's fine. He's doing as well as can be expected at the moment. He did find the king and queen, and they also were not spared. It's You may enter the city.
So would my band, would like my
Well,
they
group
just
be
get on the boat
following
and
them?
leave.
So your garrison is being admitted, and you're in the supply train for them.
Got
And you are all now admitted into the remnants of Rejlaz Rhekolb.
So he's just following.
Right behind us.
Yeah, I mean,
For all intents and purposes for you, I'm soldier number 3 right now.
he is
allowed to be here.
He sticks out because he's like a little tiny. He's like a little
I'm
tiny
a very
bro.
short dude and a bunch of really
He's
tall
obviously
soldiers.
not a Fahnril, but he is integrated with their garrison.
And I'm like farm boy attire. Excuse me, do you guys mind if I accompany you as you conduct this investigation? I'm looking for my parents, and they were part of the court, and I just...
It's
I-
all right.
We don't mind.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I understand this might be a bit difficult. If your parents were attending the ceremony, were they not? I assume if you're looking for them here, are they in the city?
Yeah, they would have been.
I'm more than happy to have you come with us, but is there anything you can tell us to describe them so we can help you look?
My father looks like me, but I have my mother's eyes.
That's incredibly telling. I think I'll know which ones they are.
Well, as you enter the city, it's pretty generic at first, but as you come deeper in, you start to see what he meant. There's figures caught in action as though they were made statues of running, but instead of being full-figured and, fleshy looking, they seem to be desiccated by eons of decay and dry heat. As you kind of get into the crowded area, you see that there's like several that have collapsed down onto the ground in just kind of heaps of, I guess you could call it, flesh. Try not to bump them because they will just disintegrate.
Is there enough detail left that they can be like identified, or are they just humanoid?
It'd be like looking at,
Like
a corpse.
body.
It's like a
I mean,
corpse.
it's like
Yeah.
mummies,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, it's
Just
like
how
mummies.
they
So,
sunken in.
like King
Dry.
Tut's face, I think it was King Tut's.
Oh,
But you-
okay.
so-
I got you.
So, but they're not quite blackened like a lot of those mummies are.
Oh,
they're
okay.
grayish. They're ashen in color, and their clothes are still all sitting there, but you can tell that they're like threadbare. It's very, it's very strange.
If I'm looking through the corpses for my parents.
It would be useless. There's literally like hundreds of thousands.
Oh, it's okay. But it seems like everybody is running away from some central.
Yes. From what has been gathered, there was some sort of incident that occurred during the celebration of the king's 50th birthday. A sudden happening occurred at an instantaneous moment across the whole city at the same time. So anybody in the city itself appears to have been murked.
With my background, can I scour my mind palace to see if I can remember any records of similar... I mean, this is so powerful, I'm assuming it has to be magic. So any similar instances of effects such as this. It's 14.
Okay, it's a 14. You don't have a lot of details to go off. The state of all of these corpses in the span of it seems out of touch with any sort of experience that you've read about. It's a massive occurrence here, a massive release of some sort of energy, some sort of magic that is... it would rival in scale of magic of the opening of the breach. It would be... That's the only thing that seems to be of a comprehensible scale. Or going back further to the release of the Tyrol during the Great Schism. Your character would know what that means.
Yes.
Yes, your
So
character would know.
I was around when the breach happened.
That would be the best comparison, would be the Great Schism, which was much earlier than the breach.
Okay. But needless to say, I'm worried. If
Yes,
if something
you
of
are-
this much power has happened.
You
I am-
are concerned.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, not again.
Roll a constitution check to see how scared
wow.
you are.
That's
Saving
a 20.
Oh, wow, okay. You steeled yourself, but you're like, I feel like I'm the wrong person to be here. This
Yeah.
seems above my pay grade.
I'm thinking, this is like, I'm out of my depth, but
Yeah.
it's too late now. I'm
Yeah.
here.
Would I have some reference for this too?
You can do the same thing. There's going to be
You want me to-
individual
you want me to
because you
do
guys probably
history?
would not be talking about. Yeah, history for you as well.
I imagine we're just walking around in shock.
As they do that, so as Upanor's walking through,
Uh-huh.
I would say like he's in awe of the destruction
Right.
that was wrought, but at the same time, he's intrigued by it.
Mhm.
Is there anything around that might suggest the nature?
The highest peaks of buildings actually have a good bit of destruction on them. So some of the things low level down in the city themselves are mostly just affected by this strange.
Almost as if like there was a blast higher up.
Go ahead and roll me
I got an 11.
Investigation.
You got an 11.
Or
You know it's
insight?
bad.
No.
You would probably put together those things I said to him as well, just because they're major world events.
Their history books to you.
Is that investigation or just straight
I think you're
intelligence?
doing pretty good.
If you have investigation as a proficiency, sure.
11.
11? Okay. It doesn't seem to be single point of origin. It's like there's a bunch of different explosions that have been hitting the tops of a bunch of buildings. The wall is kind of exploded up at the top. And that's that debris that you were seeing, is that these things have hit and flown and been scattered about, but they are caught in midair by whatever this magic is.
You said these people are caught in action. Are they like running in terror or just their daily lives?
No, they're like fleeing for their lives.
Are they all fleeing from the same point?
They seem to be running down the streets towards the entrance. So they're trying to escape the city.
So this wasn't like an instantaneous like snap, something prolonged was happening.
They were gathered in the main square is what you could piece together, because somebody rolled pretty well on investigation at some point. It was individuals closer towards the gate, and as you're moving further into the city, it's more compact. There's people who are caught like in being trampled. It seems to have just been a mass rush towards it. Just some people were already further away when they got their start. Yes.
What is the numerical system that we both
So
know?
most people would be
And I
using
need to
base
know-
10.
I
Most
need-
people would be using base 10.
Base 10. That's not as fun as I need it to be.
You specifically,
I know-
the Yungle, do use base 9.
But there's not like special names for the numbers.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
Okay,
for you there
okay,
is.
what's like a 1 to 10?
Bo, K, Rai, No, Ve, Sai, Go, Bang, Lai.
I like tap on your side. On a scale of Bo and Lee, how bad is this?
What's the number?
Lai is the 9. If you want to know like what the crazy number would be, Lai Lion. That'd be like huge.
You see me like trying to remember this specific numerical system. Lai Layon, I think.
We're gonna die.
I don't. We might not
We're gonna die.
No, we're not.
They sent us here to die!
No, I mean not yet. Probably not. I don't know.
So I want to try and figure out. So I know they were there for the king's birthday, and I'm assuming that there is a fairly typical city structure.
There is an outer and inner city.
Yeah.
So the inner city is mostly just palace grounds and like officials places. That's much further in. You
Did
guys
this
haven't gotten
affect
there yet.
both the outer and inner?
I mean, you haven't been there
Okay,
yet.
so how familiar would I even be with this city?
Being the son of a steward, you would like know the history of the city, so you know that there is like a royal part of the city, an inner wall that you would have to get past. You would be heading towards that, but everyone
Right.
else is heading that way as well.
Right.
So
Okay.
as you would have been, they would have commanded the commander to make his way to the palace, because everybody's setting up in the palace.
And as we go through, do I notice any Napoleon machinations?
Roll me an investigation check for that.
5.
5? Okay. You don't see anything that stands out. Everything is kind of messed up, right? So it's hard for you to recognize much of anything. With a 5, like, you know that some Napoleon manufacturing would be here, but you haven't seen anything that catches your eye at this point. So as you guys are making your way through the city, you would see that there are soldiers mostly not doing anything really important. They just seem to be cleaning up. They're making lanes through the squares and through the streets, trying to manipulate these corpses as best they can. Most of the time, though, when they just kind of get up to touch them, they just kind of crumple down.
Then they disintegrate. Bones too, or like would there be any bones in the pile?
When they get touched, it's like they had been suspended.
So very
They don't fully disintegrate into just total dust,
Right.
but they lose all sort of rigidity. The structures themselves and fall into the bones break as they kind of fall. So
Right.
they're piecemeal, but not total post cremation, I
Right.
suppose.
They're chunks, not powder.
There is a powder. As you came in, they would have the guard would have said, "I'd pull up your scarf." You see everybody working in there. They've got scarves covering their nose and mouth. They're themselves covered in dust.
I pulled a very nice handkerchief.
It doesn't smell bad in the city, though. The strange thing is that it's almost as though they're beyond stinking.
Does this look like the same school of magic as Blight?
It doesn't look like that, no.
Okay. So this is more of a product of whatever happened, not the intent of what happened.
You have not rolled high enough on investigation to piece that much together.
I'm too terrified to know.
Not that you're too far. It's so outside the realms of what you typically see for magic that it's baffling you at the moment. So as you guys make your way through the city, you do come to the inner wall. There, if you can imagine, they get worse because there is just a mound of bodies that has been sort of split down the middle so people can get through. And you move through that into the city grounds, the royal grounds themselves. It's still bad, but there aren't as many bodies here. You can see the college of Rejlaz Rhekolb over the university over there, the temple of Zerhos over here, the palace directly in front of you.
I have an idea. It looks like a lot of the damage is higher up in the buildings. Maybe there might be survivors under the ground and vaults, or if there's anything like that in the city. Does any of you have?
Would I know if
any
there's like
information?
catacombs or anything in the city? Is it old enough?
You can roll history.
Everyone here
for that.
died.
I got a 13.
With a 13, you've given a base enough history that there are some subterranean passageways.
There are actually some tunnels and catacombs beneath the city, but I wouldn't know well enough to know how to access them.
And that's just restricted territory in a way. Can't get down there without permission.
But if we wanted to, where would we go?
I mean, we're in the royal quarter now, so I mean, there's access points more in the palace, but you all won't be allowed down there.
Have the guards already looked down there?
We all just arrived. I have no idea if anybody's looked down there.
Well, thank you for letting us in.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm a different guard, by the way. Obviously, it's a
Are
different
you
action.
for the city, or are you part of the
No,
militia group? or
I'm
whatever?
the one who's been traveling with you. I'm
Okay.
part of the
I'm
garrison that
really
came
different
down.
guard.
He's
He's-
my boss.
He's got to start lisping this much. Can't you hear this? It's totally a different guy.
Yeah, well, he's with the group that is restricting, so I'm just saying thank you to the group.
So, moving on, Pix.
Yeah,
I believe what they're trying to say is if we could go into the catacombs to find if anybody survived, because all the blasts seem to be up high. So maybe people down low may have survived.
That's a good idea, Upinor. I mean,
So that's why I think they were asking that.
okay, I get that you're asking, but I'm not the right guy to ask.
Who would we
Whether or
talk
not-
to about getting down there?
I don't know. I'm reporting for duty
Okay.
there, so we'll talk to them
Sounds
there.
good.
Do you want to go with these guys or something? You act like they're your best buds. Did you?
No, they'd say, yeah, they want to figure out what's going on, and so do I.
We're all working together here.
You are?
Well, we're all trying to see what happens, aren't we?
Well, I'm reporting for duty mostly. I certainly have no idea what's going on. We
I'll
walk
take
through
my-
the same city, right?
But I just want to see what
I'm
happens.
just
and see if I
trying
can
not
help.
to cry in front of the men. Let it out.
We all stand.
I'm sorry.
stunned.
It's alright, sir. Just pat him on the back.
Oh,
The
thanks, Oop. Guys, settle in. We're told to go report next off the porch of the university, so set up camp there. And unpack. Unpack. And he walks off.
I'm gonna stay with them.
Okay. Oh, you're going to stay with these guys?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I put them into work. We can head on up to the castle. I decided not to walk away.
He came back.
We're going to walk up there. We're going to figure out what's going on. Well, we're not going to figure out what's going on, but we'll at least get some orders. So you guys make your way to the castle. As you guys walk in, you can see that the throne room is back there, and the doors are closed to the throne room. So you're not getting in there at the moment. But there are no guards posted at the doors, so it seems probably the king's not in there at the moment. But there is like a really tall, beefy Nebel guy who seems to be in charge, giving orders.
For the sake of the viewers, and definitely not me, what are Nebel again?
Nebel Jash is what they are. They are the orc type bros. He is about, I think he's like 7.5 feet tall, so he is like a massive mountain.
Big.
But he is a big boy. He's definitely giving orders. He's very dark in color. I need you to go take care of the docks. They've been destroyed, and I need them to be back operational as soon as possible. So I need you all to be off. And then he turns to you all and the captain of the garrison captain. These are new faces. Who are you? And the guard says, "Yeah, sorry, sir. We're the garrison from Tishkom, Lower Volbrin. We are reporting into the capital per request, sir." I'm glad that you are all here, but do you have any instructions that you'd arrive with? No, sir.
Okay, well, cleaning up crew. You join the others. It's a lot of work that we still have to do. So, the rest of you don't look like you're part of the garrison.
I go to shake his hand.
He reaches out and like engulfs your hand in his big old meaty paws.
I'm a little threatened for a moment.
You do see like a weird armature on the back of his hand.
I'm Fahnril of the house Urfun. I've been sent by from the towers of Rundan to investigate what's going on here.
From the towers, eh?
Yes, I'm from the towers.
Okay, I had not heard that they were sending a representative.
I traveled as fast as I could. It must have beat the messages.
Alright, did you have any sort of particular request from the towers?
No, we have no request. I'm just here to kind of investigate and see what's going on, but I'm happy to help in any way I can.
Well, it's still largely a mystery what's going on here. Any sort of academic help would certainly be welcome.
I'll be honest, I walked into the city, I was trying to think of anything that could have happened, could have been like this, and I'm at a loss.
Going through the college in Utrecht, the only thing was maybe back the schism, but it's a different sort of thing altogether. That was from underneath this. It came.
Hey, mate, it's gonna be alright, okay?
No, it's alright. It came. Yes, so you're from the towers. The rest of you, you're in garrison attire.
Yeah, I'm with the garrison. Ignore. Nice to meet you.
No, okay. Name's Ashtakrock. Why are you with the garrison?
I'm a
we
Fletcher.
don't normally.
I'm the garrison's Fletcher.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Nibdrum. I was sent by the eldership.
The eldership, oh, two scholars on the same day. Oh, wow. I'm glad to hear. To be honest, I'm very glad to hear. You're a pretty sensible fellow. Are you?
Yes,
Not part of
sir.
the garrison, though.
My name is Yolan, and I am son of Tarek, the steward of Ujmat.
From the
my
rocks.
my
then,
parents,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
Both my
Fine, okay.
Pajo and Daja. Would you know anything about their whereabouts?
Stewards, not all of them were inside the palace quarters for that. Mojmat, probably not. But like I said, we've not found anyone who made it through that night.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your.
My condolences. There's a lot of loss. And I wish I could. I wish I could help you more, but
really tell.
there's a lot to deal with at the moment.
It's been like a month, right, since this happened?
It's 20-ish days.
Okay, so some people could have survived, right?
Personally, I would be shocked if it occurred at all, if you found someone down there. But we'll go ahead and step into the room now, because to have our further discussion.
On our way in, did I find any bullying accusations?
Roll investigation or perception. I think investigation is still
That
better
is
for
a
you.
16.
The 16? Okay. You would have seen the armature of one of the tents that you're familiar with, and you do see some boxes. You go over to the crates.
Do I have to stealth or anything?
Go ahead and roll it, just to see if you're be like obviously conspicuous, which is a bit redundant, but what I'm looking for.
9.
9. You don't make a scene getting over there, but
For all they know, I'm just
yeah,
sorting through the
for
rubble.
all you're sorting through the rubble. You're already part of like the provisioning unit, so nothing really looks out of sorts to them with you messing around with boxes. You look through there, you get your Zerut Rhekolb. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fireworks, by the way. Zerut Rhekolb are Napoleon fireworks. All right, so you guys go over into the side room. It's an antechamber to the throne room itself.
So let me run this past you one time, because we were actually crossing the strait when this all happened. So it was night. The party was going. We could see the Zerut Rhekolb. Obviously, I can appreciate the good Zerut Rhekolb. We were crossing the strait. Sorry, let me get a little deeper. There we go. We were crossing the strait, and what it looked like was that there was a star that just started coming down above the city. It stopped. The star sort of expanded out into a crackling halo of lightning. That's what all the destruction is on the top of these buildings. Is that started off like a very confined, organized ring. And then it started spiking quietly, and it was destroying the top of these buildings. And we stopped rowing at this point. We're just out in the middle of the strait, and we never seen anything like it at all. Never seen anything like it. It's like you took just a normal spell, you know. People use lightning, and you just exploded it by a magnitude that is almost incomprehensible, encompassing the entire city, this halo. And then it just snapped. One end of it snapped, and you saw it stretching like this, like you'd released the band, and it came back around, and it hit itself. And that's when it happened. There's just an explosion. It wasn't fire. It was just force. Just force. And in a moment there when it was linked, when it was big, you looked into it and it was just black. It's like you're looking up into nothingness. Like you're looking into a cave where there's no light. And there's just little glints. Just little. There's little bits in there. Like you could almost figure out what was going on. But right when you started to understand what was happening, that's when it snapped. And the blackness was gone. And the explosion happened. We were far enough away that we could see it coming, and we jumped in the water because that's like a good thing to do. So I didn't even think of it. One of our compatriots, one of our travel companions did it, and we flipped the boat over. We hid like under the boat in the water, and we could hear just pieces of city splashing around us, just massive chunks. If we had been a little less lucky, we wouldn't even have a king in these lands.
So the prince was traveling with you then?
Yes, it must be strange. It's not for me maybe, but like, it's for me unable to be here in charge of a garrison of Fahnril. But yes, Ash the Croc, as I said to him before, I'm the prince's tutor.
Oh,
He's been with us. He's been with us in Utrenbor for a few rerun now. Just kind of, learning the ways of the world a little bit, getting the exposure outside of the city. Yes, Prince. As a king, I have to get used to that. But I'm now, main advisor to King of Fahnril, King of the Foothills. Hjolar is the king now.
Would I be able to know enough about the history of the breach to know if any of that would be related?
I'll have you all roll either history or investigation. It's going to be some sort of intelligence check.
25.
Check. 25? Would you roll 19 or something?
19.
By the 25, I'll go ahead and grant it to you. So you think that this may have been some sort of a portal.
Do you think that there's a possibility that, like the breach, this might have been a portal opening from your description?
That's actually a very similar point to some of our companions. They thought it was very similar to the breach. That's very interesting. It's very interesting time. I've been so busy, it must have slipped my mind. So what then? We never got past this part. Like, it's like the breach, but the breach, the mayhem exuded from the breach. All of the Kistiral coming through. The issue came after the breach. The breach happened and allowed those things to enter this world. This is something different. I don't know what to make of it exactly.
We have the magical ability to open portals, right? Like from one place to another. Those weren't.
No, teleportation does not exist in this world.
It doesn't exist in this world.
No.
Okay.
That's why it took about 21 days from
Is
a very
there-
magical place. Both of you.
That adds up.
So the question is, did something come out or did something go in?
As far as we could tell from our vantage point is nothing came in or out. I correct myself. There was one Rejlaz that was launched into the halo, and it stopped. It didn't explode. It didn't hit. It just kind of, just nothing happened. I don't know where it was. So, I guess it could have gone through, maybe,
What I was thinking about
but nothing came back.
when we were going to the city, I was wondering. I remembered instances of that I witnessed at the towers of young mages who don't quite know how to control their magic yet, or a spell might go wrong. And when that happens, the power that's released it has almost a mind of its own. And I'm wondering if
Some sort of wild magic. Oh.
the amount of power that it would take to create something like the breach, if, as you said, the halo snapped. I'm wondering if whatever was holding that sort of power in place and creating that portal, if maybe the fire broke the binds holding the power together.
It wasn't immediate. It wasn't like a cause and effect for the zero to but a mishap.
As if something was supposed to come through.
There were in this portion of the Underkeep, here at the palace, we did find strange runes carved into the ground. Don't recognize them. We have not had anybody recognize them yet. But a mishap of magic, the power behind it though. And the breach, it was Ozek, a patron of the further. There was no patron here. There was no massive hands ripping the world apart. This happened. It didn't seem to be from a patron. It seemed to be outside of that. But mishap, that's as close as I can figure it now.
Is there a precedent of magical events happening without a caster?
No. There are not well springs of like magical force. It's all harnessed through an individual.
Can I do
Yeah.
a religion check to see if there's any like religious implications to whatever we're talking about seeing?
Let me ask real quick.
Okay.
What level of
Go ahead and roll.
familiarity do I have with the runes? Like, I'm assuming I'm aware of them, but do I know how to read, write,
For the runes that you would be familiar with, the technical meaning of the runes would have been lost. So you can't use them to like write a sentence.
So I can't like just look at these runes that were found on
You
the
would be able
ground.
to recognize a rune and the effect that it would have.
Okay. It's not something I could read, but
You
it's
could-
something I would know how to.
Yeah, because of
was
the
and-
severing, you don't know the initial meaning of
Right.
these runes. You know their effect.
Right. Okay.
23.
23? Stop it! What do you even... These guys are level 1, by the way, so that's why I'm flipping out, because these rolls are sick. Religious implications for this. He kind of answered your question before you asked it. You would have asked the question to prompt him to talk about Ozek, and because Ozek was a patron of the Further, he is the one who actually opened the breach. But he kind of preempted your question by saying that it's almost as if a star had just descended above the city. The star becomes the halo, and then the blackness, the darkness, the nothingness fills the space between the halo as it expands.
I don't know that the patron would be involved with this. If it were Ozek, I mean, he would be fire. But this was lightning, which is different. I don't know.
The knowledge of the runes be inherent to my race,
No.
or is it because of my father's
Yes.
role? Okay.
Yeah, it's because you are in line to be one of these.
Right.
Let me get a roll here for Ashtacox. He's not very good at religion because he's a science bro. +5 still.
We're just gonna
16.
The only thing that I can think of with lightning would be... This is a stretch. But maybe the Far Shores? Maybe Keshik? Maybe Shorak? But it wouldn't be Shorak. Keshik, maybe. But they haven't had any sort of effect over here outside of the incursion. So it'd be strange to have that. They seem to be focused over there.
The Far Shores are not on this map because they are the Far Shores. They're very far away. Oh, I forgot. There is another race. I forgot to mention. There is a race of like lizard people, of dragon people. So that's where they came from. With the human race and a different type of elf race, the Mopari and the elves, and the several different names. The Kingdom of the Karatanil, right here in the middle. Karatanil, Olsvak, Puprum. It's all the same people, sort of.
So, if it was a patron that did this, would you have seen them at all doing it?
I mean, one of the traveling companion I mentioned earlier, who brought up the breach, he was there. He saw it. He actually had a very similar advantage that we had to this. So he was there for both of them. And when it was brought up that he had the story of how it happened, and yes, it is Ozek standing at the breach. He pulled it apart with his forearms. Ozek, he said he stood hundreds of feet tall. And was a sight that he'd rather not remember as well as he does, to be frank.
At the mention of being hundreds of feet tall, and they haven't mentioned seeing anything like that at this event.
Yeah.
I think that Fisvinian would almost lose his cool and go like pale than he already is. And he would say something like, as we understand it, or at least the readings that I did on it of the breach, whatever was done there, and the portal that was created, it's like a doorway between one place and another.
Yes.
And Ozek stood and he opened that door, and we saw him do it. And I'm wondering if this is a similar occurrence, if there is somebody on the other side of the door this time that opened it.
It's hard to say because I was not there myself. From how Jon described it, he said that the breach started appearing. It started from top to bottom, and then he saw the fingers come through the breach and started pulling it open.
Okay.
So this started opening, just with the star coming down and expanding. So it was not something that was doing it by force, or at least not manual force. Mm-hmm. So maybe it was some sort of I don't know. I don't know. We're pushing against the extremities of what I know firsthand. So I don't like to speak in theory unless it's mechanical.
Yes. As mysterious as circumstances are, I don't honestly think that we're gonna have any answers standing here.
That's fair.
If I may interject, would there be a chance that I could see those runes that are carved into the ground?
Yes. And going out and researching the rest of the city is probably not a bad idea. It just has not been top of mind. It's over now, as far as I can tell, so I always thought we could get fact-finding later. So, yes, we'll head down there and take a look at the runes.
One quick question before we go. Real quick. I know in this world messages are sent magically. Is there a chance that part of the group that's here is a person capable of sending a message to the nearest location?
The companions were here. We sent them off on their own fact-finding mission. They had ideas of their own, and they're not bound by our laws. They were able to communicate. But I'll ask around. So
I only ask because I want to send word back to the towers as quick as possible to see if they can start to unravel this puzzle.
We ourselves did send out word to a couple individuals, to one of the members of the Sasha Council. He is very powerful, so I'm sure that he got word out to people he trusted as well. And I assume that's why you are all here now. I'll put the word out. In fact, he pokes his head out the door and says, "Here, Boyach, see if there's anybody who's magical, has spells. I don't know who's here. I'm new at this. Okay. Do it!" And you see just a guy run off. Do we need to get the other guy?
Yes,
We do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
He didn't seem very interested in what was going on there. We walk out onto the balcony.
Am I still actively sifting through
I don't
boxes?
know. Are you? Let's see. What should you roll?
Sleight of hand?
Yeah, we'll go with sleight of
Determine
hand
out.
just to see how quickly you did it.
22.
22. Okay, yeah. You found some primo examples of Zerut Rhekolb, and you put them away. We'll say that they come out of the room, and you're actually already coming back in as they're coming out, having accomplished your task. And he says, "Oh, perfect timing.
Tell me for what?
We're going to go down to the Underkeep and take a look at some rooms."
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They wanted you to come, so.
Cool.
Alright, you guys head on back. You're going deeper into the palace now. There's no destruction in here necessarily. Like you can still see, but the paintings themselves, like the paint, it's dried and chipped. It looks antique now. The sculptures look fine that are in here. But you make your way further and further down. He brings you to just kind of a nondescript room. It actually has a couple beds in it, so someone sleeps down here. Someone slept, because they are dead.
With like the paint looking aged now
Yeah.
and everything, would it be safe to say that all organic material seems to have been aged?
Roll just intelligence.
20.
20? Stop it.
It's the smart one.
He's not intelligence. He's a cleric. That's a wisdom buff. But apparently you like to investigate. You are a history buff. The theory now is that everything got aged real quick.
From the bodies
There you go.
and the paint on the walls, I think that things are aging rapidly in the explosion.
You know, that makes a lot of sense.
Is time magic a thing?
It's a very rare thing, because time stop still exists.
You can stop, but you can't rewind or accelerate.
You need to roll religion for that question.
Whoa. If it's religion, I kind of don't want to know. Because I would just think, like, in my knowledge of the schools of magic, if it was a thing.
Yeah, none of
Do you want
you.
me to roll religion?
You can't. What? Oh, it's up to Sandra, not me.
23.
What?
The dice is rigged.
You know that Phos is the patron of time,
Oh, yeah.
of the passage of time.
Yeah.
And that's the only sort of origin of any sort of time manipulation you would know of. But also with the 23, you would know that Phos is not an aggressive patron. He's lackadaisical, spins it.
Silly.
Yeah, he's a goof. He's a goof. So it does appear to have been some sort of strange, I'll use the very scientific term of time dilation that occurred. But pinning that on any sort of interaction with Phos would be, to say out of character, would be putting it lightly for that patron in particular.
The only thing I can think of is that Phos is the god of time.
I have theories, but they're not really helpful, so I'm
Yeah.
keeping them to myself.
Okay. So you guys make it down to the room. Like I said, it's just like a pretty plain bedroom down where there's no sunlight. And there's scratched very precisely into the ground is this very strange looking large rune. It's big, it's detailed. There's lots of little marks. It's inside of its own like bordered circle that has its own set of runes. And it's very complicated what you're looking at.
Can
Okay,
you
I'm
draw
talking
us
like-
the rune?
The
No, I
size of a
cannot.
lifetime.
No, I cannot draw you the rune, but since you requested it, I'll have it prepared for the next session. I'll figure out what that even looks like. As you guys walk in, he picks up a cup that's sitting there, and he messes with it, and it starts glowing. And he's like, and as you can see, here's the rune. I can sort of understand part of it, but it's too many things altogether to be a thing. It's from all different places, and I don't have most deep knowledge of ancient scripts.
Am I allowed to use Mage Hand to sketch this?
Sure, I mean you've got the cantrip for it, right?
I want. Well, I can just sketch it normally, actually, because I was thinking I want to be able to
got, like,
sketch
the
and
magic.
talk, but I can do that with my hand.
Yeah, but I can also like.
I forgot I can talk while using my hand.
History
I want-
check.
To just like right now, because we're in a dark space, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I want to pull out one of my little vials
Uh-huh.
and like mix some together and shake it. And
Oh.
it starts to glow.
Yeah, he did something similar.
Yeah.
The little armatures on his hand popped out, and he started manipulating it. Like he's got big old beefy fingers, but
He's
he's like
got, like,
secondary little fingers, tips that come off, and he manipulates this little cup, and it starts glowing.
I love this because I don't know if orcs have it, but I know pretty sure the three of us have dark vision. So do orcs?
He doesn't have dark
Yeah,
vision.
so we're all doing this just for his benefit.
Dark vision's only in black and white, so you know you could read the colors, the contours, the textures.
I know there's colors in the
There's not colors in this.
I can't read it, but do I know what some of the symbols
It's like you
individually
point,
would do?
you can point at some of them and say like, oh yeah, this is kind of like a rune that I know
So
from your
literally-
cure bars training.
As I'm sketching, I'm not an artist, so it's not an incredible sketch. Can I then start making a list of all the individual symbols that I can make out?
Yeah, you can make your list as.
My idea with having each
Can I
individual
also make a sketch?
Sure.
Can I do a rubbing? I'm gonna do a rubbing.
Do you
Yeah,
have a piece
yeah,
of
your
paper that
charcoal.
big? You're a scroll guy. You've got
Yeah,
some
I got a
parchment.
scroll.
You've got some parchment. You lay it down. You make a rubbing. Like, oh, okay, that works. It's not going anywhere, but I guess you guys will probably be able to on the boat.
So I want to look at the environment to see how it's different than presumably what it was before, and how it's different from the chaos outside.
Yeah, as far as the room itself, it looks like the only thing that would have changed from it being just a normal room is that there's the scratchings in the floor.
I'm trying to figure out if this has been affected by the same time.
It looks the same as everywhere
Okay.
else. There's no distinction between.
There wasn't
the
like a
two.
safety bubble around the room.
Well, we're in the lower parts of the palace, right?
Yeah, lower parts of the palace.
Do you know where they would have kept any ledgers for the palace grounds, sort of documents, maintaining it? Just keeping track of the goings on around here.
The court library is off of the throne room. I've been in there, and things are not holding up as well.
I see.
Old parchment gets very brittle. Doesn't hold up well. So I don't know how many usable records there would be at this point. I now have something else on my list because I will have to look into that. Thank you for watching Umbalin Oblivion Abridged. If you want to find the full episode, check out the Umbalin Oblivion playlist on our YouTube channel or in the description below. If you liked what you saw, feel free to drop one on this video, or even a comment if you are so inclined. And make sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date on the ongoing adventure,
or if you want to follow along with Sam in Our Daily Bread, or even if you want to catch the stochastically provided seasons of Up and Out. Until next time, bye-bye.